most watched local news. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 5:30.
And we begin at 5:30 with a weather alert. A heat advisory and an air quality alert remains in effect for parts of the state tonight, at least for a few more hours. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Denise DePrest.
And I'm Dennis Houston tonight for Al Tursey. We're here in the Weather Center with our Chief Meteorologist, Bruce Priest, to find out when this heat will break. And before you answer that, a question for both of you. Which would you rather have, extreme heat or extreme cold? Denise?
You know me. I'll take the heat.
Bruce?
I'll take the cold.
Wow.
Yeah. How about that?
Split decision.
We'll remind you in
for
January.
Polar opposites.
I don't complain about the heat.
No pun intended, but we're polar opposites.
There you go.
All right, let's take out July so far. Now, we had 92 yesterday and 92 today at Windsor Locks, and then last Wednesday it was 91 degrees. So 3 days this week, or I should say this month so far, where we had temperatures 90 degrees or higher. But you know what? Last year up until this point, we had 8 days 90 or higher, including a high temperature of 100 and 102 degrees. So last year was much hotter through the first 12 days of July. We have a heat advisory in effect until 9 p.m. for southern Fairfield County, where Bridgeport had a record high tide today at 94, and it's still 94 there right now. And we have an air quality alert in effect for southern Middlesex and southern New London counties until 8 p.m. Now, those advisories are going to go away tonight as cooler, drier air moves in. And I'll tell you about a big change coming our way in just a couple of minutes.
Thank you, Bruce. And for the record, I'll go with the heat with you, Denise.
There you go. All right, as people battle the hazy, hot, and humid temperatures in southeast Connecticut, they're also dealing with an air quality alert from Stonington all the way to Madison.
In New London, Park and Rec programs did what they could to make it bearable for summer campers. Channel 3 New London Bureau Chief Kevin Hogan is live with the mobile newsroom from Ocean Beach in the Whaling City with that story.
Kevin.
Well, Dennis and Denise, one doctor told us today, if you're not careful, this hazy, hot, and humid, poor air quality can sneak up on you. That's when we do have the Triple H, New London Parks and Recs, takes the kids out of the parks and brings them down here to Ocean Beach to play in the pool and the cool waves.
Now, this is a summer camp, learning how to sailboat on the Thames at Green Harbor. It's one of New London Park and Rec's answers to beating the heat and the poor air quality that sneaks in on these hazy, hot, and humid days. The other option is the pool and ocean water at Ocean Beach.
The blessing of having the New London High School also assists us, and doing, like I said, about Ocean Beach. But our plan, basically, when it's this hot, we bring the kids down to the beach.
Dozens of kids from different parks were bussed down to swim in the Olympic-sized pool. Others frolicked in the water at Green Harbor Park. But Dr. Oliver Mayorga at Lawrence Memorial Hospital warns not to overdo it in the sun.
If you're outside and you're doing any sort of sports or physical activity and you don't need to be, you're putting yourself at a lot of risk of having a heat-related illness or a respiratory illness.
Now, Dr. Mayorga says if you don't have to be outside, stay inside. Otherwise, stay in the shade and stay hydrated. Live the mobile newsroom at Ocean Beach, New London, Kevin Hogan, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks, Kevin. We have new information tonight about a drowning at a state park in Milford. A meeting will be held to discuss safety at Silver Sands State Beach. 34-year-old Rocco Daddio drowned after being swept off a sandbar on the 4th of July. 2 state lawmakers will hold a public hearing next week to talk about what can be done to make that sandbar safe. It starts Monday at 1 p.m. right at Town Hall. The state will assess the damage done by Friday's rainstorm in Seymour. Officials there are hoping the town qualifies for either state or federal aid. They say the damage is pretty widespread, from bridges and buildings to trails and fields. Damage from neighboring towns like Oxford and Beacon Falls may also be assessed and combined with that of Seymour, which may give them a better shot at getting the aid.
Now, attacked at doing an everyday household chore. That's what happened to a senior citizen in New Haven last night. She's in the hospital at this hour, and now the Neighborhood Watch is on alert. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Jill Konopka took the mobile newsroom to the Elm City and has more.
It's something we've all done at one point or another, and today New Haven police say a 72-year-old woman here on Livingston taking out her trash very early this morning was attacked right outside her home.
Events like these are random and inexplicable, and we're just deeply stunned and saddened by what happened.
Police say that Yale professor was taking out her trash, walking down a neighbor's driveway around 1 a.m. when an unknown assailant approached from behind and started choking her.
And choked until unconscious.
Investigators say say the 72-year-old woman fell to the ground and her attacker took off. She woke up and thought it was all a horrible dream, according to authorities, only calling police when she noticed her neck and face had been badly bruised.
She's a lovely person. She was a Black Watch captain for like a decade here in our neighborhood. She's a beloved community member, and we're praying for a speedy recovery.
Neighbor Deborah Hauser didn't hear any kind of commotion and says this is a normally quiet neighborhood right across from East Rock Park. She found out by email from the neighborhood Block Watch.
People are night owls, and frankly, we should feel safe to be able to go out, you know, to go get something from our car or take the garbage out.
Even more so when someone who knows the neighborhood and knows to be careful is caught off guard. It of course makes you nervous.
Carissa Van Tassel is the current Block Watch captain. After police notified her, she blasted out an email to about 100 homes and neighboring Block Watch networks.
It both serves as eyes and ears for them, that, you know, if anyone was out last night, it's a quick way to find out if there was anyone out on the street last night around that time, if anyone heard or saw anything.
Neighbors tell us the victim is expected to make a full recovery. Anyone with any information should contact the New Haven police. Reporting with the mobile newsroom in New Haven, Jill Konopka, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Coming up all new tonight at 5:30.
This is not the profession she wanted.
A mother of two from Norwich found dead on a beach, a possible victim of a serial killer. Next, we talk to the host of 48 Hours Mystery about their investigation into her death and the search for a murderer.
Plus, they may have a record-setting egg on their hands in Summers. Will it find its way into the Guinness Book of World Records?
Peter Falk's daughter, why she says she was banned from his funeral. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Tonight at 7 on Channel 3, your home for Eyewitness News.
Coming up all new at 6, the case that captivated our nation is inspiring one lawmaker in Connecticut. Learn how Kayleigh's law could one day make our state safer for children. Next.
All new tonight at 5:30, someone's been stealing catalytic converters from a business in West Haven, and police are hoping these surveillance pictures here will help find the suspects. Two men were seen leaving Chuck's garage on Hood Terrace recently. One was driving a maroon SUV, the other a white Chevy truck. If you recognize these vehicles, you're urged to call police.
Meanwhile, 3 teenagers face charges tonight for breaking into cars in Brantford. Police arrested 19-year-old Richard Biggs and 18-year-old Jacob Longyear this morning. The third suspect is 17 years old, the name not being released at this point. Police say eyewitnesses saw the three breaking into a car near Maple Street overnight. When police arrived on the scene, they found GPS devices and jewelry missing from other cars nearby.
Tonight's edition of 48 Hours will feature a string of unsolved serial killings on Long Island. And among the victims is a woman from Norwich, Maureen Brainerd Barnes. Detectives say she, like the other women, advertised as an escort on Craigslist. Today, Eyewitness News spoke with Erin Moriarty, host of 48 Hours. Moriarty says she was especially touched by Brainerd Barnes' story.
She's a mother of 2 kids, and she was about to be evicted, and she thought, okay, I'm just going to go to the city, New York City, and just try to get enough money to save my home.
Brainerd Barnes' sister will be live blogging during a special 48 Hours mystery on the case. It airs tonight at 10 right here on CBS and Channel 3. And to join in that conversation, you can just head right to our website, WFSB.com. How did a 6-foot boa constrictor end up on a Connecticut road? Well, a dead boa was found in Norwalk yesterday on New Canaan Avenue. Someone called police when they saw a live snake crawling across the road and blocking traffic. By the time police arrived, it was dead, likely run over. Animal Control believes it probably escaped from someone's home.
How would you like to travel to Boston for $1? The express bus company Megabus is expanding its daily service to New Haven. Starting in August, there will be 4 daily departures from Union Station to both Boston and to Hartford. If you want to catch a ride, you can already book a ticket on the Megabus website.
What came first, the chicken or that enormous egg there? A hen in Summers may have laid a record setter. Wait until you hear how much that egg weighs.
We are following a weather alert for heat and air quality, but a big change is not far away when it will turn cooler and drier and much more comfortable.
Thanks, Bruce. Also, a priest under investigation for inappropriate conduct with a minor has now been charged. We will talk with another priest from his parish about these accusations.
Now the closing numbers on Wall Street today. Stocks fell after threats of a potential new recession by the president, who's been working to avert the country's debt crisis. The Dow was down 59 points, the Nasdaq lost 21, and the S&P was down 6.
Chaz and AJ.
And Scott Haney. Whose idea was this?
Channel 3 early warning weather.
Now rocks on 99.1 PLR.
Start your day with Irene O'Connor. Mornings on Eyewitness News.
It may not be the largest chicken egg in the world, but odds are it may be the largest in New England. And it came from a hen in Summers who is now resting comfortably. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Dan Kane dropped in at the Meal family chicken coop today to see this big creation and perhaps the creator. He joins us now in the kitchen.
Yes, indeed. Well, you know, the average egg clocks in, well, this is a grade A large, and this is about maybe 25 grams. But the boomer that was dropped in the hen house in Summers is more than 4 times that, 120 grams. Ouch. And it may not seem all that big to you, unless, of course, you're a hen. Tom Meal keeps the big egg in the fridge in an egg carton that's been modified to accommodate the girth of the thing.
It's a jumbo box. Whoops.
And this is the second supersizer he has had in 2 years. He ate the last one. How was it?
It was good. It had 2 huge yolks in it. So we'll see what happens.
The egg scale to grade by size reads small, medium, and large, but this boomer buried the needle. The Meals keep about 40 chickens in a pen behind their house, Rhode Island Reds, Red Rocks, New Hampshires, which lay a variety of eggs. Now, do you have any idea which one dropped the big one?
No, I have no idea. Absolutely none. One that was bowling-it, I guess, afterwards.
As for feed, which could account for the size, it's straight Purina chicken feed with a salad on the side.
Yes, it's all vegetable, no animal byproducts. And then we feed them weeds out of the garden and, vegetables from the garden, and,
I didn't know chickens liked greens.
Oh, they love greens. Anything green. Or anything with seeds.
Tom sells his eggs at the local farmer's market, and not everyone appreciates the added heft to some of his offerings.
Yes, one lady complained because my eggs were too big and made her cakes too high. So I said, well, don't put so much in. I said, you should be happy the cake is high.
The Meals have sent the stats on their mega egg to the Guinness Book of World Records to see how it shapes up, but record or no record, they're just happy to have it, eventually fried, scrambled, or over easy. But no idea who pumped it out.
Nope. I wish I knew.
And for folks who say, that egg doesn't really look all that big, a rough comparison in terms of a newborn baby would be an 18-pounder. I rest my case. Dan Kane, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.
Last night we told you at 5:30 about the possibility of Netflix raising its prices. Well, today, the movie rental service confirmed it is happening, and by 60%. The service is doing away with a plan that gives customers unlimited DVD rentals and online streaming for $10. Instead, both options will be separate and cost a total of $16. This goes into effect immediately for new customers. Existing members have until September 1st.
Now, Channel 3 early warning weather with Chief Meteorologist Bruce DePrest.
Dennis and I like the weather really, really hot compared to really, really cold. Like, if you have to choose.
I'm not a fan of 20 below or anything like that, but 30 or 40 degrees, that's fine with me. I know you like the heat.
Would you like 10 degrees or 90?
You know what? I'm going to change my mind and say 90.
Good.
All right, as I get older,
we knew you were normal. We knew you were normal somewhere in there.
I just had to be a little bit different. You found the one thing that's normal. All right, well, let's check out one thing. That early warning pinpoint Doppler, I'll tell you what, when you see a big change in the weather, normally you expect big thunderstorms, but that is not the case this time around. We don't have any thunderstorms to worry about. We had a weak cold front come through this morning that kind of stole the thunder this morning. All right, let's check out the big story of the day. That's the temperature. 92 in Hartford, 91 at Windsor Locks, Bridgeport, a record-tying 94, New Haven 92. Why is the shoreline so hot? Well, it's all about the wind direction. New Haven has a wind coming out of the northwest at 9, and Bridgeport a wind out of the west at 15 miles an hour. Meanwhile, Groton is got a wind out of the southwest at 12 miles an hour. But this northwesterly flow is already bringing in slightly drier air. We still have a dew point of 70 in Groton with that southwesterly flow. But elsewhere, dew point temperatures have dropped into the low and mid 60s, and they'll continue to drop more and more and more over the coming days as a big high-pressure system moves right out of Canada, providing us with some of the finest weather of the summer season. There's our live city cam in Middletown showing a nice sunny sky. It looks great in New London with bright sunny skies. And look at the bright sunshine and the seagull on our live camera in Brantford. So no thunderstorms to worry about this evening if you want to get out and enjoy the temperatures dropping along with the humidity. But the big story of, again, is just the tremendous amount of heat off to our south. Right now it's 99 in Dallas and 99 in San Antonio. As you saw in the 5 o'clock show, Mark Dixon showed you some heat indices up over 110 degrees. But the fortunate thing for us is our weather is going to come out of the northwest, and that will bring with it the drier and cooler weather. No thunderstorms in Connecticut now. They're all up in the Adirondacks, on up into portions of Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, but they will not reach Connecticut. We got a lot of dry air off to our north and west. And the forecast map tomorrow shows a cold front offshore. High pressure is going to build down from Canada, bringing with it a northerly flow of drier air over the coming days. One little glitch in the forecast is that there will be an upper level disturbance coming through tomorrow afternoon and evening, and that could bring with it the threat for an isolated shower or thunderstorm. So clear to partly cloudy skies at 7 o'clock this evening. Tomorrow morning we start out sunny, but then more and more clouds will mix in. Futurecast may be exaggerating the shower and storm threat tomorrow afternoon, but there will be some isolated ones around. Then as we head into Thursday, high pressure really takes hold. So look at the sunshine at 7 a.m. and look at the sunshine at 7 p.m. Thursday is going to be one of the finest days we've had this month so far. Lows tonight are going to drop into the 60s, maybe 70 in Bridgeport, but 61 in Salisbury. And your highs for tomorrow, mid to maybe upper 80s, 87 in Enfield, 85 in Chester, and 87 in Willimantic. And lower humidity, too. Thursday, mostly sunny, breezy, cooler. 83 inland, 82 at the coast, a perfect day. And Friday, not bad either. We'll start out in the 50s, mostly sunny skies during the day, 86 inland and 82 at the shore. Coming up at 6, I'll let you know how long that weather-winning streak is going to last.
All right, thank you, Bruce. There's a new golf course in town, but it doesn't require a cart, clubs, or a caddy. That's one of the stories we have for you tonight as Channel 3 Eyewitness News goes everywhere, town by town. In Wallingford, Loughbury Park is now home to a disc golf course. In the game, players throw frisbees into metal baskets while following rules similar to traditional golf. Right now, there are 9 holes on the course, but organizers hope to expand it to 18 in the future. In Hartford, St. Francis Hospital has been named one of the nation's most wired places for care. The ranking is published in the July issue of Hospital and Health Networks magazine. Some of the new technology includes computerized doctor's orders that eliminates the handwritten notes that are hard to read to begin with. Eyewitness News is everywhere, town by town.